Hello, how you guys doing? I got another video. It's coming back about talk about women, certain type of women again. And this time, this is kind of a hilarious. Just three or four main content creators I just listened to in the past couple days, and some of these people are just some of the it's hilarious how some of these men how they get the reaction on some of these women video is unbelievable. But anyway, don't, let me start by starting with this one. The first video we're going to talk about is from a content creator. Um, Please act right about the 304.
Due to the competitive nature of where I work, a
This
lot of people
want
are
to
looking
brag
to
about
promote.
being
They
a
want you to have your
304.
master's degree.
What's
I
a
wanted my
304?
diploma to say Arizona State University. I got much more than I could have ever
Well,
expected, which is the value
I'll
of
tell you
learning,
after this
interaction
video.
with other students, the relation.
Okay, so I made a TikTok about how when I found out that my ex was cheating on me, I called his friends. And all like the hurt boys in the comments are like, oh my god, like you got passed around, like ha 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 ha. Kids, I passed myself around. Like I called them and I said like, hey, you trying to smush? And they said, yes ma'am. But no, it actually happened. Because one day we're all at his house. And tell me how hi, because rule number one of being a boss ass. Never let a clown baby try to play you. But if he does play you, rule number two, best friends and make him yes men. And that's what I did. So yeah.
Hey, this is Raul. Please act right. So should I tell her?
Okay, so I made a TikTok about how when I found out that my ex was cheating on me, I called his friends.
So let me get this right. You found out your ex was cheating on you, so you decided to degrade yourself and sleep with multiple men as revenge. And because they were his friends, you thought this would be a revenge on top of a revenge by degrading yourself?
And all like the hurt boys in the comments are like, oh my god, like you got passed around.
You
Like,
can't
ha, ha,
make
ha,
this
ha, ha.
up.
The guys in the comment section were not hurt. How could they be hurt about something you did to yourself? Ha 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 means that they was laughing at you because clearly you ain't got a clue.
Kids, I passed myself around. Like I called them and I said like, hey, you trying to smush? And they said, yes ma'am.
Oh, they didn't pass you around. You passed yourself around to get screwed. Oh, that makes it completely different.
Because rule number one of being a boss ass bitch, never let a clown baby try to play you. But if he does play you, rule number two, best friends and make him yes men.
Now, was that a boss B move that she made, or was that a thought move?
Thought
Because my
move.
understanding of a boss B is a woman that makes business moves that benefit her financially.
Yeah.
Is a woman who just sleeps around. Yes, it's obvious. This chick doesn't have a clue at all.
And that's what I did. So yeah.
Your parents must be so proud. Boy, they say beauty is only skin deep.
You get
So
that
I made a
right.
video about how I hooked up with all my ex's best friends after I found out that he was cheating on me, and obviously the boys are very upset. And this is one of my favorite comments: "Baby, you got roast beef down there." Here's the thing though, like because it's crazy to me that there's people who actually think that like a woman's change form based on how much sausage enters the canal. I think that's crazy. But then to help you understand that, maybe we can use, every time your little wee wee enters of a gooter, it is there. So then by the same logic that you're using, I guess yours probably looks something like this. But then again, I'm probably giving you too much credit because you probably haven't been in that much. So it's possible that yours looks just fine. But you know what I mean? Like the logic is just so dumb and flawed and weird. And also, like, is it 2022 and we're still like judging women based on, you know, the shape, the form, the varietal of
You just
flower
went
they
with
have
multiple men.
in their panties? Because the way I know men to be, and not all men, because you guys get crazy when we say that.
Am I the only one recognizing mental instability here?
Update on my, won't trap me. You're coming to get me. Y'all are out here begging to get in just what? You're out here begging, shooting shots over and over and over again, hoping that at least one girl will let you in.
Well, clearly they don't have to beg for yours because
You're gonna pretend that, like, you're gonna see some roast beef and be like, nah, I'ma pass. Because that's not true. You're gonna be right up in there. You're like, dive right up in there. So, you know, I just thought this comment was really funny. I go back to work.
should I tell her that the roast beef in her panties comment was an analogy that is being ruined? But aside from that, she doesn't realize that her brain is roast beef. What kind of woman finds it funny not only to sleep with his guy's so-called friends as a revenge because he cheated on her, but to make a video and post it publicly on TikTok
You can't
for the
make this
whole
up.
world to see? And yes, sweetheart, they're going to be begging to get in your panties. And it's going to happen even more now since she posted this video than it did before. Because guys are going to be in your DMs 3 and 4 times as much as they were before. Simply because they know you're just a piece of tail that they can get in, get out, and never take you
Yes.
serious. Because hell, you don't even take yourself serious.
Hello?
And it shows in this video. So congratulations. You're nothing more than a fun girl. She is the poster child for the saying, beauty is only skin deep. Remember what I always tell you, fellas. Check these women's social media pages thoroughly before you get too involved with her.
Yes.
Find out where her mindset is. Because if
Yes.
you don't, you might mess around and find out you've been showing off your girl, and she's one of these.
Yes.
So you think that devaluing yourself by sleeping with all his friends was revenge? No, sweetheart. All you did was show the right man that the value you have for yourself does not exist. But one more thing I
Exactly.
have to touch on before I let you guys go. If she was able to call his friends and just ask if they wanted to hit it, and they all said yes, were they really his friends?
Right.
She said something like, I'm going to go hook up with your friend in revenge. I'm going to touch on 2 parts of that.
You shouldn't even have a friend in your circle that would hook up with her.
Exactly. So first, I know for
Men
a
have
fact,
no loyalty.
I know for a fact that if any girl that I've ever dated DMs any guy that's in my immediate circle, they're going to get screenshotted and laughed at.
Yes.
Because me and my friends, we would die for each other. If you're getting jumped by 10 guys, I'm jumping in. If I'm getting jumped by 10 guys and you're jumping in, we would never let a girl come in between that. If you think you have a guy in your circle that doesn't have that same level of loyalty, you need to get as far away from them as possible. ASAP.
So, as a female on the opposite side of that, can I say that every serious relationship I've been in, when I've got out of the relationship with that guy, his friends, his homies are sliding into my DMs
Yes.
trying
That
to
tells you
snatch
a lot
me up.
about the
him.
guy and the quality of company that he keeps.
Yes.
Right.
And the morals that him and his friends follow.
So let that be a lesson to you too, fellas. If you're the type of guy that's loyal to your friends, be careful of the guys that you hang around.
Right.
Because they might not be loyal to you. And if she
Right.
can just call them and say, hey, you want to come over and hit? And they'll just do it, they are most definitely not your friend.
True.
Hey, somebody had to tell you. And I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification.
You see what kind of women we have out here? That you think the men are foul? The women just as foul as the men. Look what she just here's what she just said.
Every moment in life is a bet. Like betting
Just
on
imagine a
things.
man would say something that
But life
crazy.
doesn't offer you $100 in free bets.
You be
just for
considered a
signing up. So when
pervert,
it comes to the NFL,
a narcissistic, rapist, all kind of things. Ooh, I'm sorry. All kind of things. But a woman say something like that, It's okay.
The reaction to the Passport Bro movement about a lot of these women, it's been very interesting to hear their reaction to it. But let's go ahead and review this one.
Okay, so a comment on my video sent me down a rabbit hole I don't ever want to go down again. Passport Bros are real?
Yes, they are.
There's this group of like 7 black men on TikTok with like passports and saying they're going to other countries to find more submissive women. No.
7 men? There's way more than 7 men on TikTok. The whole TikTok only got 7 men talking about passports.
There you go, this bitch. I'm telling you.
Oh
Trifling.
my god.
No. Do they not know they're gonna be black everywhere they go?
I can tell you have not traveled. That one comment she just said exposed her for not traveling. When you travel different places, we're talking about outside the Western world, you viewed as American. You don't even call black. You call an American. When you apply for your visa, those of you who've done it, when you apply for your visa, they don't ask you white, black, Hispanic. They ask you nationality. American. That's what you're going to check on there. American. United States citizen. Something like that. You're not going to check anything with color. Now, if you go to a black nation, color don't even matter no more at that point, right? If you go to other nations, sure, people can see where you are, where you come from, but you being American holds weight. Actually, you being an American and being a black American, you actually get treated better outside this country. One, you have the American dollar. 2, you're a U.S. citizen. 3, there's so many things about black people and black men in particular that people are so curious about. A lot of times you're treated better. So I can tell she haven't traveled.
Like an African American everywhere they go?
Yeah. But actually more so an American if you travel.
Wait, where are these other countries? Are they going anywhere in Europe?
No. I don't hear the Passport Bros trying to go to Europe like that.
Oh,
Why?
Jesus.
Going to Europe you might want to stay in America. Going to European countries is the exact same thing. They got European men that say the same issues with they women. It's called the Western system. So no.
Let me stop right here. Any person, male or female, please think before you post something like this. Don't just run off at the mouth. You make it so look crazy.
Not going to no European countries.
Probably not. Oh, they're manosphere bros, which means they are strategically picking countries that are stereotyped for having very relaxed, if any, rules around.
Okay. Oh boy, this woman here. No country. Let's back up. So you go to the passport office. You apply, you go through the process, get your passport and everything. You get a passport, pay for a hotel, pay for a room, transportation, everything that you're doing, buying clothes, making sure you have good luggage, etc. Right? You do all that to go to another country to commit crimes. Because what she has on the screen is crimes in just about every country of the world. This woman is lying. She don't know anything. I haven't heard no quote-unquote passport bro going anywhere trying to commit those crimes. This woman, like I said, this is that
I got one
trying
more
to
video
shame
about
you,
this, a recent one about Passport
trying to
Bros.
guilt you.
I got one more.
This is what they try to do.
These two things. So they're going to other countries not to find submissive wives, but to find women and girls that they... Yeah, nah. Don't. This is real, bro. What?
This woman lied. Now, the submissive wives part, yes, but that woman lied. Do you see the delusion, how they reacting on TikTok? They are reacting with just lying to themselves. Just even putting in passport bros for even, and just flip through the videos for an hour, you can hear what the men are saying. It's not that hard, but lying. She's lying to herself to make herself feel better and say, "Oh, well, these guys, they're criminals. So, okay, I get why they're doing it." No. She knows the truth. She knows the fact that she doesn't qualify and that she would never get decent men she'd be stuck with Pookie and Ray Ray. So she's got to lie to herself, say, "Oh, those men are criminals, so okay." You know what I'm saying? It's amazing the delusion that some women would put themselves in. But this is what they do. They like to lie. Straight lie. When clearly the Passport Bro movement is more so a revolt to the modern woman in America. It's saying that they're not going to put up with you any longer. That's really what the Passport Bro movement is. It's a revolt of men. And it's men of all groups who are revolting against the modern American woman and her crap. That's just really what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think about.
Why these women go on TikTok and make videos like this and say the most ridiculous thing that is unsubstantiated, it's not been proven? Why would you say something like that?
Join me in the Finish Quantum.
What do you get a kick out of saying that?
Start by cooking a lasagna. Then put the dirty dishes straight to the dishwasher. 24 hours later, the Finish Quantum get to work. If it doesn't remove the dried on stains,
I got one. This is a short one. It gets better.
Okay, so I've been seeing the term Passport Bro on TikTok. Y'all know I'm not like TikTok savvy or, I'm doing the black girl thing. I can get my followers. Whatever. Anyways, so I decided that I'm going to look up the words Passport Bros. Okay, let's see here. Because I need to know what that is. It's irking my soul. Hold on. So. It's spelled Kool-Aid wrong. It's spelled what you see. That there are women overseas who have the same negative traits that they are trying to run from. I mean, they is this just an excuse because they have preferences? I think, love your preference. Do what you do. I mean, come on, really?
She's trying to make it seem like you're not doing any better by dating foreign females. She's saying this to the Passport Bros. But let me tell you something, Tawana. Anything beats a Tawana. Because even the foreign females who all messed up, because remember she said, they have the same traits, this and that. It's not half as bad as a Tawana. But most foreign females are much better to deal with. But most of them, they want to play their part. They want to be housewives. They want to take care of home and the kids, while the man go out, work and make the money and take care of his family. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's how you're supposed to do it. But where Tawana's from, it's not like that. It's the other way around. She wants to be head of household. She wants to be in a man position, and she wants you to play the female. She want to call the shots and run the relationship.
It gets, and there's another bigger platform. There's another YouTuber talking about this.
Drinking warm water before bed fixes tooth and gum
He's
problems overnight.
the tribe of men.
People are healing decay and repairing damaged gums every night as they sleep
These women
by adding
just-
one unusual ingredient to a glass of warm water before bed. If you're over 30 and struggling with
my
aching,
goodness.
loose, discoloured teeth, or
Eliminate
cavities, gum
insecurity.
disease and bad breath, then pay close
Make it
attention
bad.
because
Bro phenomenon.
Black women, are you ready? Apparently,
He made
there's
this
a group
his
of,
platform.
you guessed it, black men who have grown weary.
Wow, so this has really gotten black women salty. Wow. The bros on that side of the aisle are taking off in mass, baby. Kevin Samuels woke something up in everybody, eh? Know your worth. Applies to men too now. And their worth is taking overseas. Ooh.
Of the quote control that black women have over them. So they've decided to seek dominance elsewhere. And that's in the form of traveling to third world countries to seek a ride. What's at play here is that these dusty, mediocre at best so-called men.
Damn, you see the seething anger, the hatred. To all my black passport bros, I'm sorry you gotta deal with this shit. You're getting defaulted, dusty, mediocre at best, so-called men. And they fucking can't, they're so blind they can't even see that talking like this is the reason men don't want to date them and are taking off overseas. When you have masculine energy like this and hatred, nobody wants to deal with you, let alone marry you. Nobody wants to even pass you around, dude, for fun. And they're always referring to these countries as third world.
It's a white guy saying this.
No, dude, if you have money, these countries are basically the first world. You can't tell any difference. Yes, their ghettos and their poverty may look far worse than here, but it's no difference in the nice areas. You can't tell. A nice area overseas looks the same to America. And they think these people are like so destitute that they have nothing. Like they're like sleeping on dirt floors, and it's so decrepit, and they're just, these guys are coming in here all predatory and whisking away these people that have absolutely, that's not how it works, dude. These people are living very nice, content lives. They just have traditional values. Values that you don't have. That men that are looking for a lifetime commitment, aka marriage, they're looking for. So they go in places where it exists.
Right.
Just because you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to clean, you're not very nurturing, there's nothing feminine about you, all you do is argue.
Exactly.
You think you're better than.
Exactly.
You say I don't need no man all the time, and now the men are leaving. They got the cue. Okay, cool. You don't need me. You don't want to start a family. You don't want to be, quote, held down. And I'm not looking to get my pockets fleeced in the West. So I'm out. I'm dipping. There's better women that will treat me right, will treat me with respect. I'm leaving. It has nothing to do with third world. It has everything to do with values and tradition.
Have finally come to the realization that black women are no longer willing to settle for the bare minimum and are choosing to stay single and maintain their peace.
So it's peaceful for them to stay single, and they're no longer settling for the bare minimum. So why are you so fucking bothered by men leaving then? If
Thank
it's the
you.
Dusties leaving,
Thank you.
that don't mean shit, and you would never date them here in the West, why do you care?
Thank you.
Isn't it weird how they're obsessed, dude? They can't stop focusing on what men are doing. If a man's leaving the country, exiting from the game, why the fuck does it matter to you?
Thank you.
If you're a woman and you're unbothered by the Dusties, and you're happy and at peace by yourself, you sure are obsessed with all these people
Yes.
exiting
Yes.
and finding happiness overseas
Yes.
because you're not happy.
Y-
You
Bingo.
hate it. It's the crabs in a bucket mentality.
Bingo.
They can't stand to see a motherfucker happy without them. They
That's true.
can't, bro.
He's
If
right.
you're not happy with me, you can't be happy at all.
Exactly.
So seeing a black man or whatever man becoming a passport bro, going overseas and finding a woman, making her his wife and starting a family and being happy and content, smiling in all his pictures, enjoying life, has them seething. How could he do this? He had to go find a lesser woman. You see, and this is the part that what would you call it? The sisterhood doesn't even say out loud. They think the women in these, quote, third world countries are less than. They're valued less because I have a job in the West. I earn money. I went to school. I'm a boss babe. I'm an independent queen. You're just a stay-at-home wife. Like, you just want to be at home and cook for your man and have kids and nurture them and create upstanding citizens of society. Like, taking us back. L's, sis. Now you're the one taking L's, you bum. That's why you're on here making videos crying about men. Leave it. And finding greener pastures. They hate it, boys.
I said the same.
Skip Fidel is here with life-saving products to have.
All right, so over here we got some power. Yeah, power, a big problem.
I said the same thing.
4 pages, they
I
make
said
up
the same
incredible products. These are sold. Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle. Trapped in a cycle of opioid use, withdrawal, and craving.
They hate it, boys.
If divesting to desperate and disenfranchised women is so great, why do you all have to make an announcement? A grand announcement? Oh, I know why. Because you actually think that this will hurt black women. So, sayonara, arrivederci, adios.
Okay, so the undesirable, dusty, mediocre, at best, so-called men want to get away from you? I wonder why they want to do that. You sound really sweet and not bitter at all. As for why the passport bros want to announce their intentions, maybe they're not trying to hurt women. They're just letting other men know that leaving is an option. But if you want to make it all about you, be my guest. So how does this next lady describe the movement?
I am not mad about black men getting their
She's not mad. Proceeds to show us just how mad she is walking.
passports and paying to play overseas. I just truly want to help these men to see logic and reason. A man that's looking to marry.
Logic and reason. The woman's gonna tell us about that, boys. Passport bros! You guys are killing it, dude. I didn't know there was so much anger directed at passport bros already. It hasn't even begun to be
Bro, it's all over the internet.
Already, dude, they're making videos about how you're a bump, dusty predator. You're taking advantage of these destitute third world slaves. Shut your ass up.
A foreign woman went to an event wearing a top hat. Brother, are you serious? You look ridiculous. And you're clearly undesirable, but I'm sure that you blame black women for your lack of what it takes to attract them. But you want to go overseas where women are unaware culturally of your nature and pay them to pretend while you give them nothing but money and a wet behind. They aren't marrying these women. The men in this movement are largely undesirables or men that want to use a woman freely without her giving any pushback. No.
Bro, what are you on, lady? The women in the West get used voluntarily by sleeping with Chad and not asking for commitment. And then you become this person super fucking bitter because the dating game is lopsided for high quality men. They're the ones winning, and your ass is losing. And the undesirables, aka the invisible class of men you wouldn't even dare talk to, is now the ones that are pissing you off because we're all the good men gone. I'm 30 plus now, and I can't, every good man I talk to is just running overseas with a passport and finding a woman that weighs half as much, twice as pretty, and way more fit for a family. Oops.
Bruh. Well, I'm not mad that certain men have decided to go out of the country looking for their next victim. I'm completely over.
Bro, you see the language here? The shaming language, looking for their next victim.
Yeah.
Okay with that.
I'm getting some mixed signals here. You say you're fine if the men want to leave, but then you call him ridiculous, clearly undesirable, and claim they're just using women. You say you're just trying to help. That sounds more like an attack. So maybe you do care, just a little. And you say men don't come here for real relationships, but that's just not true. My cousin married a passport bro, and they've been happy for years. So why are these women misrepresenting the guys who want to leave? Well, after watching a few more of their videos, I started to notice some common tactics.
Trend.
The passport bros are dehumanizing women to the point of basically being used for their uterus and domestic capacity. The passport bros want to put them to work in the bedroom and the home.
Ah, yes. The claim that the guys are coming over here so they can turn women into slaves and force us to work in the bedroom while they impregnate us. Diabolical. You seem to think we're mindless idiots with no will of our own. We might be traditional women, but we're not empty-headed. You may not know this, but in the Philippines, women actually have quite a bit of say-so in the household. Just talk to some of the foreigners that are married to us. But I suppose you know my culture better than I do, right? And as far as turning us into incubators, you've got that completely backwards. 99% of the time, it's the Filipina begging the foreigner to have a baby. Where are you getting this stuff from? Next.
But you have to understand, a lot of us, 46, be 47 soon, each day that that goes by makes me more grateful that I'm divorced. I thank God every day that I'm divorced. If you want to get your passport and go overseas, you're welcome to it. I mean, maybe there you'll find women who are okay with being treated like doormats. I don't know.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you're very happy with your choices and the way you've carefully crafted your life to end up alone. But you think foreign guys treat us like doormats? Lady, you have no clue. Foreigners have the general reputation of being more caring and attentive than anything we've ever known. Who told you otherwise? Or maybe you're just making assumptions again. What else you got?
Passport bros are nothing but a bunch of pedophiles who's traveling across the world to get.
Look at the allies, the man feminist. Oh my God, bro. Look at him. He's such a nice guy, boys. He's so gonna get laid by being a male feminist. This guy has like 10 OnlyFans accounts. He feels like he's empowering women and he's supporting 10 moms. Shut up. Damn, we need to help men get testosterone levels back up, dude.
Young girls. It's pedophilia tourism.
Nothing but pedophiles? Nothing but? Which means that all the guys who look for partners outside their country are pedophiles? That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. But you made the claim, so you have the burden of backing it up. So please, give us the evidence. Show your data. I've been living here 30 years, and the women that foreigners choose are adults like me. And in case you didn't know, buying little girls is completely illegal. The fact is...
Yeah.
Low T alert. We need to make a sound with something like that.
The vast majority of passport bros are coming here for a real relationship with a woman, not to molest a child. What's wrong with you? And why would you accuse your own men like that?
It's 2022. You're top.
Pause. Take a look again. It's a look. Have you noticed? It's a certain look. Do you think men are settling down with this? Have you noticed? They all look a certain way. Old. The carousel, the ride has ended. You got tossed off and now you're bitter.
Talking about a freaking passport. I've had one of these since I was 2. Y'all were acting like they just came up with these in 2022. I'm a bold, get me a woman, be able to abuse her. Ain't nobody gonna do. Do y'all understand how people feel about Americans? That just goes to show you ain't been nowhere. So y'all think y'all gonna run your broke asses over to other countries and they go, oh, these some black kings from America. Most people don't like Americans. They think that we are overrated. They think that we're better than everybody else. They don't like us. They don't like us. They sure not gonna like you if they know that you're getting your passport so you can come over there and abuse them.
See that energy? She went overseas with that energy and nobody liked her. Damn, she's bitter. Why are you so angry? Why are you so mad? If these guys are dusties, why does it bother you so much?
Thank you.
That you didn't get picked. Oh wait, that is the exact reason. You didn't get picked by anybody. You're alone, and you're old, and you're collecting dogs and cats, and no man wants to settle down with you. So now you gotta spew the anger everywhere, at any man.
They're women. That is a black man. If you want to roll up in some of these other countries and try to abuse their sisters and their daughters and their nieces and their mothers and taking them out, toe tagging 4.5 of them a day, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get hacked up with a machete.
It means a new ghost, Smith. A new ghost.
Are you sick?
He just goes wherever the car goes? What are you doing?
Oh my God.
Exactly, lady. If you come over here and start abusing women, you will get hacked up by a machete. I assure you. If you come over here and abuse me, my dog's got a nice big blade with your name on it. And how many passport bros have gotten hacked up? 0. So I guess that proves they're not here to abuse us. Funny how that little thing called logic works, isn't it?
My question is, how do you not feel slimy?
Take a look. It's the same as the one before. It's a face shape. It has a certain heft to it. And age, boys. Yeah. And the rings. So cute. Let's see the energy. Let's see the feminine spirit.
I mean, and disgusting as a person, knowing full well that you are going to another country.
Slimy and disgusting with a double chin. Look at that. Ooh wee. Those are some extra Kit Kats, some number 2 meals, extra large fries. Look at it. Look at it. Typical. Diabetes. Pre-diabetic at best. Talking about slimy and disgusting as she stuffs her face and she balloons up to linebacker weight at the magic height of what, 5'6". Come on.
Seeking out women that you perceive as easier to manipulate, easier to control, and easier to take advantage of. And even if you do find some poor woman,
it's funny how they say easier to control, easier to take advantage of, when she gets on Tinder, gets railed by some dude that considers her a practice chick, then doesn't sit around, takes off, and then ghosts her. Yeah, you go to the Philippines, you gotta put in some work, you gotta meet some people, you gotta prove you got value, right? To not, so they don't want to get used by foreigners. So who's the one that's easier? Who's the one that's getting manipulated more? Who's the Dumbo in this one? You're a practice chick. At best, bro. You're what we keep hitting when we go on droughts for multiple months, and we ain't trying to put in the work at the moment. We gotta get back in the saddle, get the ring rust off. This the cow you go ride. The one the boys never tell you about.
and that needs a green card and wants to move to the U.S.
They
or
travel
needs money, that's still not love.
I'd rather use my hand in this, I'll be honest, boys. But I have homies that got no standards that will smash us, the cave troll. And they don't even care, dude. They'll show you that busted up fish, that trophy that they caught. There's men out there that are collectors of busted cave trolls. We all have a friend like that. Harpooning whales, you need one of them. If you go out at the club and you try to pull, there's always a willy next to a hot chick. You gotta man the harpoons. You gotta call your homie to entertain her. You know how it goes, guys. Come on. We need a soldier to take the hit for everybody.
So on that note, safe travels, and I hope that you and all the other passport bros get exactly what you're looking for.
And they are getting exactly what they're looking for, and they're happy, and they're sharing it on social media, and you got butthurt, you seen it, and it didn't include you.
Of course. The famous "she just wants a green card" argument. I get so tired of this one because, contrary to what you all seem to think, most Filipinos are happy to stay right here in the Philippines.
Preach.
If our partner says he wants to live here, that's fine with us. We're really...
Yeah, dude, when you go overseas, most genuine women do not want to come back to the States at all. They genuine women
Hear that again?
want to stay close to family. They want to raise their kids next to their extended family, the place they grew up in. They don't want to come and be a foreigner in a country all alone when they see everything that's going on with America today in the news in their country. How many shootings do we have? Stabbings, crazy shit going on with kids in school, our politics, homelessness, drug abuse. America's not what it used to be. The rest of the world has caught up and surpassed us in a bunch of things. We have shitty healthcare. You come here and you get hurt, dude, you're going bankrupt. You can't afford shit. That's wild. This country's amazing if you're rich. But if you're poor, America's a fucking trap, dude.
really not all that demanding. We just want a roof over our heads and a meal on the table. So what other insults you got?
You wanna know what your problem is?
Oh my god, there's the look again. And the harpoons.
He said a harpoon.
Your entire life you were told that skinny is good and fat is the worst possible thing that you can be. You're not able to wrap your head around fat people being comfortable in the skin that they're in.
Bro, is this the same person? It has to be, right?
Because you're uncomfortable in the skin that you're in. Fat women wearing outfits that you won't even wear because you're ashamed of your stretch marks. It wouldn't even give you a second look. The truth is, fat was never a bad thing.
Fat was never a bad thing, except the doctors that say if you got an excess amount of fat on your body, even a gram, increase in all-cause mortality. Oh my god. If it ain't bad, how come you're about to be on pre-diabetic medication, baby? How about why are you on 10 pills just to live? Why you got blood pressure medication and you're barely 30? Explain that shit. Why can't you feel your hands and you're only 30? About to chop your shit off. You got diabetes and you're about to lose a limb. Because you can't stop stuffing yourself. Weird how being fat ain't shit, right? Crazy. Juan Antonio, thank you so much, brother, for the 100. The support means everything. These old whales can't admit most of us with passports are in the top percent of U.S. earners. Top 10%. We seek traditional women who haven't been run through. Thanks for what you do, bro. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Antonio. Appreciate you guys super chatting, dude. It helps a bunch. We've been getting targeted lately. Happy Thanksgiving, gentlemen. Thank you so much for the 10. Why not? Keep up the good content as well. Been a big help to me. Thanks, brother. I'm glad to hear that. Let's continue with this clown. Can't believe it. Appreciate you guys, dude.
And once we figure that out, you'll never be able to put us back in that box again. You can have it. I'm sure it'll be a much better fit for you.
Ah, killing two birds with one stone. Shame the man for not wanting large women, and shame skinny women for being skinny. Brilliant. But I'm not sure you're gonna convince men they've just been taught not to like fat women. And you're definitely not gonna convince me that I'm secretly jealous of you because I can't wear your clothes. A nice try. This is fun. What's next?
Someone who comes from one of these third world countries.
Oh my god, here we go again. It's the same look. Hey, look. I can tell by the shoulders. I can just tell, dude. I've seen enough dating profiles to know this is probably one of her pictures. This is how you get famous, boys. Because then you click on the next picture and the harpoons need to come out. It is what it is.
That men go to pick up women, we know they're losers. We know that they go over there because they cannot get anyone in here. And if these men go over there thinking that these women want to build a family with them, that these passport bros want these women for sex, these women want them for money. And again, they deserve to be scammed. We know the losers. We know that they cannot get any women.
The seething anger. This one got passed around by what's a Hispanic Chad name, boys? Is it Eduardo?
Eduardo.
What's the Chad? What's the Spanish Chad name? Juan Jose Esteban. Hey, who was the guy in the 90s or 80s? It was the long-haired dude.
Rico
He was
Suave.
on all the books. He was really famous. What was his name?
Rico Suave.
You guys are Rico? Not Rico. Enrique? Fabio.
Fabio.
Yes.
Fabio.
Fucking Fabio. Fabio ran through that and didn't call her back. You guys remember the Fabio Chad dude? He was a specimen. He was on all over the books. God damn, Fabio just ran through and destroyed her, lives in her head rent free.
Women in here, that's why they go over there. And the same thing with the women. But let's not worry.
Boring. Calling guys losers and saying they can get a woman in the West is a tired old insult that just doesn't work. Because what you don't seem to realize is that it's not that they can get a Western woman, it's that they don't want one.
Sir, on behalf of all black
Here we go. On behalf
Watch this
of, or
one.
speaking for everybody, but it's just my experience that I wanted to share. I'm fucking upset, and I look
women
like
everywhere.
I look like this. I look like what Kevin Samuels used to say, average at best. I can't get a man and keep it. My degrees don't mean shit. Men are looking for something totally different than what I was raised to believe. The strong independent queen narrative hasn't served me at all in the dating game. I'm most likely going to die alone with the dog. Oh my god, the prophecy has been fulfilled.
We absolutely do not give one solitary about you going to another country and finding a wife. Please go choose somebody else. And it never...
Look at that. We don't give a solitary F. You can go overseas and be happy. I'm not pressed at all. But let me make a video straight pressed.
ends the way that y'all think it does. And I really feel sorry for those women. And so if they're willing to pump it up, because we know that little thing don't work no more, if they're willing to pump it up for y'all, have at it.
Wow, dude. Now we're attacking male sexuality, huh? So your dingling don't work. You gotta go overseas and get accepted by a woman who knows your dingling don't work. That's why you go overseas. We're just grasping straws everywhere. She is so pressed, dude. More pressed than my damn suit from the cleaners. Ridiculous.
Have a great day.
Well, there it is. When you're out of ammo, just take the easy way out and go for the low-hanging fruit of a guy's junk. Call him a limp biscuit, a wet noodle, a rumpled foreskin. I'm sure they'll actually hurt his feelings so bad he won't want to leave anymore. Just like I'm sure he'll totally believe that you don't care if he does. I mean, you don't sound mad or anything. So that's the end of the insults, but in case you lost track, here's a recap. Men that look at other countries for love are undesirable losers. They're pedophiles whose only interest is purchasing children so they can abuse, dehumanize, and enslave them, and turn them into breeding mares and domestic robots. These sick men give their poor and desperate women nothing but a wet behind, and all they care about is controlling these guys want to escape? Well,
I'm gonna stop right there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
Get a Mexican woman that appreciates you.
There's another video.
Yo, what's up, guys? Back again with another video. First and foremost, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel a lot. But right into the video, here we go. This is a Mexican woman showing off her cooking skills. She's showing off the fundamentals. See, and this is exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what we be saying. I have yet to see any black woman, any woman from our own community showing off fundamental skills. She not showing off twerking. She not showing off long nails. She not showing off long weave. She not showing off wigs and her fighting stance, her fighting style. She's showing off cooking. A fundamental skill that is conducive to a healthy relationship. A woman in the kitchen that knows how to cook for her man. She knows what men want. She said, get you a Mexican woman. Black women, watch out. Watch out. The Mexican women, they're coming for your head top. Not only do y'all have to worry about the white women, the Beckys, but y'all also got to worry about the Marias. The Marias is coming for your head top. They know how to cook. Rice and beans, chicken, fried chicken, anything. Anything the black man wants, they know how to cook it. And they take pride in serving their man. They take pride in respecting and adoring their man. Imagine asking a black woman to make a video cooking. She gonna be like, what? Cook? Do I look like a maid? Do I look like a slave? What? She might damn near have a whole argument with you, a whole fight, just because you asked her to cook something and posted something. She gonna be out here looking, acting like you asked her to do jumping jacks backwards while speaking Spanish and doing backflips. Like, this is the type of women that we're looking for, and it's sad that we see this type of fundamental skills from other races. We don't even see this from our own race. From our own race of women, we can't even see them take pride in just supporting their man. Like, this Mexican woman, she looks so happy. I can definitely see this woman being prideful and loving to cook for her man, loving and supporting her man, loving and having a nice warm home cooked meal ready for her man when he come home back from work. She gonna have his food ready. She gonna have his bed warmed up. She gonna have his shower ran warm. His slippers ready. Everything ready for him. Ready to love on him, adore him, feed him. She'll probably even feed him. But to ask any women from our own community to do the same, it's gonna be like you asking her to move a mountain. You asking her to fly, jump, do cartwheels, somersaults, and speak Spanish at the same time. What you mean? What you mean I gotta cook? What you mean cook? Do I look like a slave? Do I look like a maid? Why don't you cook for yourself? Oh, so if I gotta cook for myself, why do I need you? This is the dilemma that we have in the black community. And this is the reason why passport bros are going overseas. Because this is the type of things that we're looking for in our own women that we cannot find. This is something simple. Very simple, very basic. She's cooking. It's like, this is one of your duties as a woman. It's not slave work. It's not maid work. Nobody's calling you a slave or a maid because you can provide a hot meal for your man. Nobody's looking at you as a slave. If anything, the man is more looking like a slave, but more than anything, because he's the one that, without a doubt, he has to provide for you. He got to support you. He got to pay the bills. Back in the days when the slaves, when slaves were existed, in the house cooking. I mean, some of them, maybe the house slaves, but most of the slaves were outside in the yard and in the field working in the hot blazing sun. If anybody's a slave, it would be the men more than anything. But the men have no problem providing for their wife, providing for their partner, supporting her, protecting her, leading her. They have no problem doing so, and men take pride. Black men take pride in providing and supporting a woman. But to ask the woman to do the same for us, to just do her part, play her role, is asking too much. You're asking her to move a mountain. And this is exactly why I tell my brothers, please get your passports. It's no longer an option to date in the West. It's gotten that bad. Yes, it's that bad. Yes, it is. It's to the point now they're literally asking them to do something basic, like cooking, give you a back rub because you had a long day at work, your body is aching. You was picking up heavy boxes, heavy materials, heavy all this stuff. Of course you're gonna be aching. If you say, hey babe, you mind just give me a back rub real quick? She'll be like, what? Back rub? Do I look like a maid? Like, why is it that these women automatically think that they're a maid just for doing simple things? Whereas in other cultures, they don't think of themselves as maids. I don't see no Mexican women saying, oh, they think I'm a maid because I'm cooking. No! They know what they're supposed to do. They play their role because they understand the man is the head of the household.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta support your man because he's supporting you in every way, shape, and form. He's protecting for you. He's providing for you. He's leading you. He's being your personal counselor. Anytime, if a man was to run up in the house in the middle of the night, he's gonna have to be the one to protect you, put his life on the line to make sure you're good. He's doing all that, and you can't even do the bare minimum of even making sure he has a hot meal ready for him when he come back home from work. That's the bare minimum. That's the.
I'm gonna butt in right quick. When I went to the Latino church, most of the women cooked, and if you see the women in the Hispanic Latina church, and they're from Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, Venezuela, or Ecuadorian, either if they in the church, and sometimes you don't see the men, most of the men were either at work or sometimes some men don't come to church. That's in all cultures right there. But they right by their side. And they let you, and they men, because they have a bond. And they know that, number one, to come to a place like America where it's a secondary language. They feel more comfortable with their first language, is Spanish. So that when they have a good family unit, and the man's like he said, it's the same thing, and that's true. And was not saying it all, but majority of the like Mexicans and different groups of people, I've seen it myself. And if you just sit back and look, even when they go into the laundromat, whatever, you'll see the husband, he'll go drop his wife off, a girlfriend with the kids. He come back, or sometimes he's at work, or he go off and go do something, come back, pick her up, and he's out there working. But that's how they keep a happy home, and it's in customs, and even over in certain places, like even the mama will get on the daughter if she don't do what as a wife supposed to do. Their own mother, the girlfriend's mother, the wife's mother, or sometimes even the husband's mother will get on about that. For real. That's what I heard from someone who was dating a Colombian woman. This was an American brother that said this. And so, even though his wife busy doing her thing, she got a career thing going on, she break that time off. I'm just telling you. And this was another guy who told what I heard. I was watching the video called "Love Over Border." Andre and his wife, who's Colombian, she was confirming, yeah, and it was other, men with women that confirm this in their culture. Yeah, this is what we do. This is what make our relationship last. Now, and are there some? That's why you have to. Are there some women over there, like anywhere? There's some women that do try to take advantage of men. That no one ain't dispute about that. But 9 chances out of 10, majority of the women, not all, but in that country, wherever it is, from what I've heard from men, countless of men. I'm talking about countless white men, black men, and everything in between have said the same thing. They said that hey, my wife they're happy, they're healthier, they relax, and they feel like they're rejuvenated, came back alive. So hey, what I'm saying is, if the women still find these videos offensive, it's your loss. Because I'm telling you, like I mentioned in my other video, the men are going to start exiting. Good men, not just a 6-figure man, not just I'm expecting 100 grand. Well, you don't make that 100 grand. Well, if the guy makes 50, 60 grand or 40 grand, if he got enough to make his income sustain over another country, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, and it's happening. Good men that some of you women have passed on, is going to leave. That's why I say you don't. And some of these women, they making themselves look crazy, and they just bringing in everything out. And this is on World Wide Web, TikTok, YouTube. Bring it over to YouTube and Face. That stuff go World Wide Web. So everybody exposed and gonna remember your face. She just embarrassed herself. The one that's a 304. They just said that. I don't think consciously what she did. And that's been like she just set herself up. You got to think. That's the thing about it. They don't think. And like the brother said, that's what it's about.
Meal ready for him when he come back home from work. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. And they can't even do that. And they wonder why black men are going overseas to date foreign women that have these type of principles. Because we don't have to ask for them to do these things. We don't have to fight for them to understand what is necessary in a healthy, long-term relationship. They already know. They already know from birth. They was raised like that. They was raised in the culture where their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties, they all raised them up in the kitchen. Yo, you gotta support your man. When your father comes home, you have to, lay his clothes out for him. You gotta, put his food on the table. Put his plate out, take his shoes off, give him back rub, all that, because he's the head of the household. He's the leader. We have to support the leader because we can't lead this household by ourselves. We need him. He's the support. He's the foundation that we stand upon. They understand that. Whereas in the black community with black women, it seems like we're just teaching them the fundamentals. It's like we have to teach them the basics. It's like, why don't you already know the basics? Because the men, they know the basics. The black men, they know the basics. They know, okay, we gotta provide, we gotta protect, we gotta do our role, we gotta be the man in the house. We have to. You don't see black men arguing or complaining about having to provide. They don't complain. Even though we got the short end of the stick because we have to eventually, give our life up in order to protect her if the need arises. But we still don't complain. We just do it because that's just what we are. That's just how we were made to be. It's ingrained in our nature as men to provide and protect. If we don't do that, we don't even feel like we're real men. We take pride in protecting, providing for our woman, for our family. But these women, specifically black women in America, in the West, They don't take pride in doing their part. They don't take pride in supporting your efforts. So it's like, of course the men are gonna go overseas. Of course they're gonna find women who do take pride in doing these things. Like, it only makes sense. And if you can't see that, then you are also part of the problem. If you can't understand this simple, fundamental principle, then you are also part of the problem. My brothers, please, and I'm going to continue to keep telling y'all, please get your passports. Don't wait. Book your flights 5 months out, 6 months out, 7 months out. Book your passports.
And it's gonna happen. Remember, I was I'm warning you. Some of you ladies need to get your mind right. You need to really appreciate, and when you got a good man that's really support. And I know you got some dusty men that don't want, but I'm talking about when you get a good man, a good black man. This can be for any man, white man, whatever. Appreciate him. Appreciate him. Don't, just because he don't battle you back and whatever, because he don't get a raise up, don't mean that he's less than the man. Just because he don't respond, don't mean he's less than the man. Just because he don't jump out of the pocket, don't mean he's less than the man. He might handle a subtle way. It's not the way you think, but it's the way he handle it. He's picking up the fist and picking up the gun. But he's a man. But his other traits is to go out there to working 2 jobs with mediocre jobs, but if it's paying the bills, you better appreciate it. This is the sign to come. I'm telling you, in the next 5 to 10 years, men are gonna start doing that. You're gonna see a lot of women that you saw in my previous video. Anybody saw go to my page about the warning to U.S. American, and let me put this on Western with other Western, even Canada, Britain, whatever. I'm telling you, you keep it up, you're gonna be like the women in India, 70 million single women alone. Because it's because you choose to be combative. You choose not to allow the Most High to get that stubbornness and that spirit of body, and humble yourself. Humble doesn't mean that you're a weak woman. Humble doesn't mean that you'll run over, you'll push over. No. Because if you got a good man, he's not gonna run over you. He's not gonna take advantage of you. He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna respect you. He's gonna love you. But you need to appreciate when that man kind of come your way. You need to appreciate him. If you don't appreciate him, somebody will. And you feel rejected, then why some men? Because some men feel rejected. That's basically what it is. Men are feeling rejected. They don't feel like they ain't got no voice. They feel like crap. You done told them that they ain't crap. They don't measure up to something because of this and that, and this and this and this. All these little materialistic things. Because the car ain't up the tight. Because the clothes ain't up the name brand. Because they salary up to 300 part. You're gonna lose your men. Trust me. Many men are about to make an exodus. It's in the process. And that's what he's saying. Take heed to the warning. This is James. It may be mediocre now, but more men are going to be leaving. And the only men going to be left is the men that you might find attractive, but they got terrible personality. They got children that they don't see. They don't care about. It's all about themselves. And they may be a so-called pretty boy that you might find drop dead gorgeous. Watch what I'm saying. You're going to be so disappointed. Watch. You're going to see, because you didn't take time to check his character. you seen the look on the man. Just like us men see the look on the women. We don't check the character. Watch what I'm telling you. Please take this video, share it with somebody. It's about to go down. It's about to happen, and you're gonna be all by yourself. And these women, I would suggest these women from all walks of life stop making these videos, and go at least listen to the men and let it resonate in your mind. Why are they doing this? Be open-minded about it, and change that. You could be a different woman. Don't be a combative woman. Combative is not going to get you the man. Stop being headstrong. God don't like headstrong women, like he don't like a headstrong man. And he can't bless you with the husband if you don't come humbly. And the reason why some women get lonelier and lonelier as they age is because their ways. That's why I said when they get past a certain age, guys, it's nothing you can do. It takes the Creator, whoever, God Himself, to change them. Trust me. To humble themselves and show themselves from the inside out, and saying, I'm gonna show you who you are from the inside out, just like He do us men. But that woman she's been too prideful. That's why she's not getting the man. That's why the men, that some men, they got the men, and the men about to walk out. That's the reason why. That's why. My suggestion is humble yourself. Don't take no abuse from no man. But don't hold, if a man hurts you, dog you, don't take it on the other man. Don't take it out on the next man. Go take some time, get some counseling, and then let God guide you what a good man is. But don't take it on other men, whatever race and color, creed a man is. Okay? So my name is James. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take my advice. That's why I always make this video. I'm not trying to down on you. We just pointing these things out that from these other content creators. They try to tell you something. Time to don't do that ego, pride, whatever, that feminist stuff is hurting you. I put that in another video about that. It's a scam. You're gonna lose your men. Ladies, women, change your mindset, change your spirit. So my name is James. So next time, you guys take care. Have a good night.